Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. We're going to get into everything you need to know on AMC stock here for the day today. We're going to give you an overview of the Ortex data. We're going to look at the Stock Tracker data as well as some of the data coming out this week, some of your earnings, and what in the world is just going on in our markets and what do I expect. So we're not going to waste your time. Let's go ahead and get into it. Hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and source your comments, questions, or concerns down below in the comment section. So first things first, this week is going to start off kind of on the slow side. At least Monday is going to be a little bit slower. Tuesday, things pick up a little bit more. And let's go ahead and go to Monday. So on Monday, you're going to have Dallas Fed Manufacturing Index. You're expecting negative 17. Some pretty bad numbers there. Tuesday, you're going to get a lot of secondary data reports coming out. Richmond Fed Manufacturing Index, Richmond Fed Services, Fed Waller will speak, Dallas Fed Services, consumer confidence, all kinds of different things, S&P Case-Shiller, home price, month over month, year over year. All of that will be coming out Tuesday. And then we will be getting some more data throughout the later part of the week, but you are going to get some Fed speakers, Fed Bowman Tuesday, 52-week bond auction Tuesday, Fed Bar on Tuesday, all kinds of different things as well on Tuesday. But really Monday and Tuesday, secondary kind of data reports we're going to get, nothing too major. And then on Wednesday, we're going to get the GDP growth rate quarter over quarter second estimate for Q3. This is expected to come in at 5%, so kind of crazy there. Big upturn. It's highlighted in red as a major volatility catalyst. I don't know exactly. We'll see. This is basically a revision to the GDP report. So that'll be important to see nonetheless. Wholesale inventories, PC prices, lots of revisions to data here on Wednesday. So that's going to be the big story of Wednesday. Fed Mester will also speak at 1:45 p.m. and then the Fed Beige Book will be at 2 p.m. Now on Thursday, you're going to get your big data report for this week, and that is core PC price index month over month, expecting that at 0.2%. Personal income month over month, expected at 0.2% as well. So last month you were at 0.3% for your core PCE, and then personal income was 0.3% as well. So this will be a downturn in both of those readings. That would generally be seen as good news if I were to say so myself. Personal spending month over month expected to come in at 0.2%. I don't know if that's going to be the greatest news because personal spending is a big part of the economy. So if personal spending is going down, that's not exactly great. Last month, you were at 0.7% for personal spending month over month. So we're expecting a big slowdown there. We really want to see that number. If it comes out negative, that's obviously going to be a much bigger problem, but I cannot forecast that right now. And then PC price index month over month and year over year, expecting a big slowdown here. Month over month expected at 0.1%. Last month's number was 0.4%, and year over year expected at 3.1%, and last month's number was 3.4%. So that's going to be your big data for Thursday. And then on Friday, you're going to get a speech from Fed Jerome Powell, and that will be important at 11 o'clock in the morning. And then at 10 o'clock in the morning, ISM manufacturing PMIs will be coming out. So this week is going to be important for economic data. Again, Monday and Tuesday, a lot of secondary data. Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, some big data. And then the speech from Fed Jerome Powell. If he gives us new information, that's going to move around bonds. That's going to move around stocks and could cause a reaction to our markets. Today and over this weekend, it does not look like we have gotten any news as of this weekend. So that is some good news, I would say. Anytime there's no news, that's pretty much good news for AMC, but nothing to report AMC specific news that is related. We do know this new SEC rule should be going into effect soon here in the next couple of days, and we should be getting some of that aggregate data coming out at some point in December. This is going to basically shine a light on a lot of the short positions that are currently out there on our markets here today. So that should be positive, and that should, give us just a little bit more clarity on the situation with AMC. Who's short? How long have they been short? What kind of collateral is used in these short positions? A bunch of different data. I do expect whenever we get this data that is published, it will probably be a positive catalyst for AMC, but we'll obviously have to wait and see how markets react to this, what the data looks like. If you're looking at the Ortex data on a day-by-day basis or really any time, you're going to be a little bit discouraged. Now, I want to give you guys a disclaimer here. If you think this data is correct from Ortex, you probably do not want to be investing in AMC for a short squeeze because this data does not look that good, right? It does not look good for a short squeeze. It does not look like a short squeeze is coming. Now, I have a hard time believing short interest went from 30% down to 9%, dilution included. Hey, okay, 30%, maybe we went to 20% or something along those lines. Including the positions that are unaccounted for, that are being hidden, I think the short interest is a lot higher. That's why I personally make videos on AMC talking about a short squeeze. This is my personal opinion, not financial advice. The data itself, what you can sit here and actually look at, is not supportive of a short squeeze. I think it doesn't make sense. The stock dropped 80, 95% from its all-time highs, yet the short position continued to increase until recently when it basically just fell off a cliff for no good reason. That doesn't make sense to me. That's not logical to me. If you guys can't tell, my voice is like half gone. I actually feel okay. It's just like tickling, so that gives me the cough. Hopefully you guys don't mind too much, but you do have a short interest of free flow at 9.14%, short interest of value, the dollar amount of $126.38 million currently sold short, days cover 0.776, 18.08 million shares that are currently sold short, shares on a loan 13.71 million, cost to borrow 1.27, utilization of 31.36, and a short score of 54.44 out of 100. Cost to borrow max at 7.26%, cost to borrow minimum 1.04%, cost to borrow max at 6.01% as well. So this data just does not look that good. It does not look encouraging. If you believe these numbers, you probably don't want to be in AMC stock for a short squeeze. You have to think the numbers are cooked or false. I personally think it's just the option activity is hiding those short positions. We seen last week 58 orders totaling $18.68 billion with a positive order value of 56%. Why in the world was there $18.6 billion worth of option activity on AMC last week? AMC's total market cap is $1.5 billion. You had $18.5 billion worth of option activity. Yes, something is wrong there. Something is going awry. Something is very, very wacky with that. Okay, so I think they're using the option activity to hide their short positions. That's the bottom line to it. AMC option activity last week was pretty dang strong. Calls had 70.5 for open interest, 70.5% for open interest, and on the put side was 29.5% for open interest. So over a 2-to-1 ratio for calls compared to puts. For this upcoming week, you have open interest of 69.5% calls, 30.5% puts. So another 2-to-1 ratio for calls compared to puts, so looking pretty good in that regard as well for this upcoming week. And just to take a look at the bubble chart here briefly, you do have some activity at the $7 call, $7.50 call, as well as the $8 call, especially that $8 call is open interest of 16,000. So if you get a bounce from here, it wouldn't surprise me all too much. Now you do have some earnings as well. Zscaler Monday and after hours, CrowdStrike Tuesday after hours, Workday, Intuit, Splunk, Hewlett Packard, NetApp, some other smaller names down there. Wednesday pre-market, Foot Locker, Dollar Tree, Fairfetch, a couple other guys as well. Wednesday after hours, Snowflake, Salesforce, Okta, Five Below, Victoria's Secret. Thursday pre-market, Kroger, TD Bank, Big Lots, Build-A-Bear Workshop, RBC, Cracker Barrel. Thursday pre-market, Marvel, Ulta Beauty, UiPath, Dell. And then Friday, BMO and Gensco. that will report earnings. None of these earnings are really going to be big ones that it's going to move the broader market. Salesforce, potentially, Snowflake, potentially some of those AI stocks, but it's really going to be a sector occurrence here, right? Like Kroger's, Big Lots, that's kind of like food, right? Nonetheless, Big Lots, all those closed by me. I didn't even think they were still in business anymore. Like a long time ago, they closed where I live, but nonetheless, topic for another video. Lots of cyber security, right? Zscaler, CrowdStrike, Okta, some of those names. Dell with like, chips and computers, Marvel chips as well, Alta, consumer. So yeah, going to be some earnings this week, but nothing too big. You're really through the thick of it, if you will, as far as earnings season itself. AMC stock itself recently hit a low of $6.52. It's now trading at $6.90 per share. You're under $7 per share. I want to see the stock above $7 per share. It's not. So, could obviously be a lot better there. But I think don't be surprised in the next couple of weeks if the stock does bounce big time. The RSI is at 33.02. So definitely on the lower side, suggesting the stock is oversold and should see a bounce from here. The MACD is also kind of negative, but not that negative. It wouldn't surprise me to see a bounce as well. With the MACD, all things considered, I think the stock is very oversold. Even with the dilution, I mean, come on now, you should be seeing a bounce here anytime now for AMC stock. And I think that bounce could be aggressive, but Adam Aaron being dilution happy is still a big problem in the midterm for AMC stock. Nonetheless, I think as this great shift of capital does continue to happen, as money does flow into small mid-cap stocks, I think AMC stock will continue to perform better. I think just that alone is enough to give the stock some upside from here, guys. So that is going to go ahead and do it for this video. Hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and source your comments, questions, or concerns down below in the comment section. Thank you for watching. Enjoy the rest of your day, and I will see you in the next one.